Hey y'all, welcome back to For the Fans, where tonight we are not excited to talk about BB25 and the double eviction that was just, terrible. So here we are, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed,
Kitty, kitty, purr.
boots down.
Kitty, kitty. That woman, I hope I never see her again in my life.
So here's the thing. Let's just talk about this. So if
Oh, I'm so bad.
I was thinking today, like, there's a great possibility that you see Blue cross over to like the Challenge USA. Genuinely, I don't know if I would watch the season if she did. If I would watch it for the first episode, and if she did a confessional like she does a Big Brother confessional, I would stop and I would turn it off.
Well, I was thinking The Amazing Race, her and Jared running around the world.
I don't
Kitty,
give a
kitty,
shit. I don't
purr.
watch The Amazing Race, so
Okay. Well, I don't know. You think?
I mean, I think she is.
I'm sorry. Is she likable? Does anybody like this woman?
I mean, she's fine in the house. It's just the DR / when she knows
When the camera is on.
When she knows the camera is on her, Blue is intolerable.
I don't. What did she think she was coming out to? Like, do you like it wasn't the Blue show? Julie's face.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Let's just get into this because
I was feeling blue.
It makes me blue what we've sat through. So Jag is HOH. He has nominated America and Blue. Blue is his secret target where everybody knows basically but Blue. And we got the Veto episode, which was, basically BB Comics again, just you don't have to go across the zip line.
Why? They got bored? They got bored.
Yeah.
They what? I feel like I'm going to be so negative today because this seems to be the strangest Final Five. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. What a waste.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what? Let me give this. I actually really liked the first half of the season. This season, I really did. It was fun. There wasn't like this amazing gameplay. There wasn't. So you saw Sari completely and totally controlling the house. Then that got destroyed, and then Sari got destroyed. And as soon as she lost all the power in the house. She has been able to take care of herself 100%, but nobody else seems to be really playing the game. I guess, actually, I should take that back. Jag and Matt are playing the game, absolutely. But they also let Jag and Matt completely control the game because this is Big Brother where you need to win competitions.
Yeah, and I think that's the key is, especially like AmeriCorey, they had the mind for what they needed to do. But they're not able to win the competitions. And we see America call it out last night in her, eviction interview with Julie, where she's like, yeah, these competitions are really hard against these big dudes. And that's the fact. I mean, listening to the live feed update this morning, Taryn pointed out that Matt and Jag in the veto competition in the double eviction last night both dropped 7 balls. Sari and Felicia dropped 3. They did not even have enough balls dropped if they had hit all of them to have won the competition.
And I'm sorry, Bowie Jane dropped a ball that she wasn't even supposed to drop.
If that is not just the sum of Bowie Jane's game, I don't know what is, because
look, I don't know what the right answer to that is because I'm not against having competitions that actually mean athleticism is more valued or more important. What I'm against is when evidently 70-80% of the competition is Matt and Jag sprinting against an Olympian
60-year-old
against 2 women who haven't been to the gym in 30 years. Like
two 60-year-old women and a 40-year-old woman. Like, that is their competition.
Be a competition about where the fried chicken goes in her pocket. That would be a great competition. Like food and pocket competition. Who could sniff out the right food?
And another thing that has been talked about too is like, yeah, it would be fine if there was an athletic competition or two, but
Yes.
it's completely inequitable because you have a competition like that, Suri and Felicia and Bowie, all 3 of them were not going to win. America
No.
wasn't gonna win it. It was
No.
just a matter of if Matt won or Jag won.
Yeah.
And but then, if you have a quiz style competition where it's, like what was for HOH or, a crapshoot, Matt and Jag can still win those too, you know what I mean?
Well,
They may be
that's
they may be a
equitable.
little less, that may be less in their wheelhouse, but they still basically have, like, even odds with everybody else.
Now, look, I'll give it to Big Brother that it's very hard to make a competition that is actually fully fair. That
Yeah.
takes into account everybody's abilities in a bit like that's really really hard. But I'm sorry, it's just fundamentally not fair, especially in a house that we have this season that is actually above average in age.
Mhm.
And it's just not fair. Now, the other argument is, well, Sheree and Felicia should have figured out a way to get rid of all these big guys that shouldn't be there that far. But the truth is, even if you use that argument, they would still be at the bottom of the competition against America. They would still be at the bottom of the competition against
Well,
anybody.
and I mean,
Like, it's still
they
not fair.
Suri has been knowing, like, Jag's gotta go, but Suri can't win any of these competitions, much less 2 in a row to take out somebody like Jag. I mean,
Yeah.
going into last night, Jag had won, like, 5 competitions in a row, and the only one that he didn't win was one he couldn't play in, that Blue won. But between Matt, Jag, and Bowie, they've won, like, 7 of the last 8
Yep.
competitions.
Yep. Yep.
And yeah, I mean, they have to, I think, if they care about the integrity of their game, they need to go back to the drawing board, and you've got to have more competitions like the path to victory or whatever it was called, where they had to, roll the ball down the wobbly thing. It's got to be stuff like that. That's
Well,
just
there is an alternative. There's one alternative, and this is what I always talk about Survivor, Australian Survivor, which I love. Make everybody an Olympian. Like,
yeah,
but if
I
you're
don't want
and
that though. Like,
I don't think that's the right idea here because this was a fun season character wise. But
yeah,
if
I
you
mean,
are
I
not
want
going
I
to have
want Felicia.
Olympians,
I want
yes, I
Sari.
agree. I want it, but give Felicia a chance to win. Give
Yeah,
Sari a chance to win. Like, she can't win.
right.
It's just fundamental. Like they have
Even
been
because
in this
even
predicament.
even like the HOH competition this week, the Johnny Mac Teeth one, there
Ugh,
was a running component. I mean, the fact that Jag can run faster than everybody else and he's able to run into the room and check and then run back and check, he just has more chances to change his answers. And I'm not like, oh no, everything needs to be fair. That's not the kind of person that I am. But
no,
this is
no.
so far
You picked up.
outside of
You
the
ate.
world.
Well, again, I'll say where we started off. I don't care if some of the competitions are like this. I've got no problem. But when 80% of them are sprinting from one side of the backyard to the next, like Suri and Felicia don't even need to start.
Right.
There was 1 second in that competition where Felicia fell into her ball pit and she wasn't coming up. She did not come up for like 10 seconds.
I saw it. Yeah, I mean, Matt had already, like, found the ball, ran in, dropped it, and was back before Felicia ever made it out of the ball pit. Like, surfaced from the ball pit.
By the way, I have been in a big ball pit. It's really hard to get out of a big ball
Those are
pit.
extremely hard. Have you ever been in one of the foam pits at, like, a
No,
gymnastics place?
no, but it's hard.
Impossible. Impossible. Like, I would literally just sink to the bottom and die.
Well, I don't know if you would die. There's air.
Yes, I
But,
would. I would have to have somebody, like, fish me out of it.
I fished
Alright,
you out of it.
so I mean, the whole episode last night was just so disappointing, beginning with, like, the last time I had checked the live feeds, Blue still did not know that she was the target, and this was, like, 2 hours before the live eviction, and I was like, "Sweet. This is it." Like, Blindside incoming. But no, we don't even get that. Somebody tells her she knows that she is the target. Um, Once again, unanimous vote.
Well,
We
well, Sheree didn't want that, but
then
Felicia gave her no
then why
choice.
do it? Why not throw a hinky vote? Make it fun. Throw a hinky vote.
I
So
think it would have been very clear who hinkied.
not necessarily.
So what? Sheree puts it on Felicia. There's like it wouldn't make sense.
It would have been great. I wish it would have happened. Um,
Did
but first we get Blue being evicted. I'm not kidding that
look
her
at this. Look how much she knew she was being evicted. America was in sweats and Blue got dressed.
yeah. Um Blue's Blue's interview with Julie was
Oh, this
honestly
one, this one.
the most cringy thing I've
What
ever
was she
witnessed.
doing? What was no? Why?
Genuinely the cringiest thing I've ever sat and listened to.
Well, so let me take it a step further. It was cringy because of her kitty kitty purr business and all that shit that she did for I don't know who except for herself. I don't know who cares, but it was clear to me, and she said it. Well, they're going to get me because I'm a strategist. You're a what? Just because your job title in real life says you're a strategist, you actually have to play the game. Like, what
I was like,
strategy? What are you talking about,
that wasn't it.
strategist?
Someone that looks this good and is this smart and is this much of a comp threat. Blue,
This one.
you
This.
Blue, baby, you won one veto competition where you had to guess a number. Like, you are not a comp beast.
I don't know. What was she doing?
She is genuinely delusional.
Yep.
I have never been so happy to have somebody evicted. I do not want to listen to Blue in the DR ever
Ever
again for the
again.
rest of my life. And I am
You
being so serious. If she were to make the transition over to the Challenge USA and she does her confessionals the same way and not just regular normal Blue, I would not watch the season. And I've never missed a challenge season. I
well,
would
I
not watch.
have. Well, I have, and you should continue missing some. But yeah, like, but here's the thing that gets me about her, and it's exactly what you're saying, Kylie. When she is having a real human conversation, it's not just that she's palatable. She's actually endearing. She's interesting. And I want to listen because it's a real person with a brain and thoughts. The second the red light turns on and it's on air, kitty kitty purr purr. What? Nobody needs that.
It's so cringy. I hate it.
Bye bye, Blue.
All right, so bye Blue, off to the jury house. To use her words, poetic justice that her story ends sitting next to America. Um, Good riddance. Not sad. I mean, at least the night started off good. Like, at least we got rid of Blue. But now it is time for the HOH, and obviously we see it is going to be some type of questions competition. And I am just like, Matt cannot win. Bowie cannot win. Matt cannot win. Bowie cannot win. And this is going to be okay. And I mean, I am rooting so hard for America. It's not even funny. And she just freaking bombs. And so then I'm like, okay, Sari. Sari's got this. And we see Sari jump out to this early lead. Did you think that she was going to win?
I think she threw it.
Yeah, I think she ends up throwing it. But did
Well,
you think
I
she
did
was going to
not
win?
think that she was going to win, but she certainly had a chance to win. And the fact that she had a lead suggested to me that she kind of is good at quick memory, I guess. Which again also makes sense as a nurse when you have patients coming to you telling you things you have to remember, you have to, and then she's just like with a big smile on her face, putting up the wrong answer, knowing it's the wrong answer, and then who wins? Fucking Bowie Jane.
Bowie fucking Jane. HOH. Again, does the math. I don't think Bowie wanted to win again either. You know, Bowie doesn't want to play the game. She wants to just be in the house. She wants everyone to not mess with her, and she doesn't want to make decisions on her own. And so, you know, this was just traumatizing for Bowie Jane.
I'm sorry. I don't want to
I mean,
laugh
I
at
felt like at least if Matt had won, that there was a slight chance. If Matt wins HOH and Matt wins the veto, I think there's a slight chance that Sari can get to him and be like, you've got to do it. You have to take Jag out. This may be your only opportunity, because we know that he has been thinking it. And I think that presented with that opportunity, that he might would have taken it. But
I
no,
agree.
we don't get nice things in this world. We have
But
fucking
hold
Bowie Jane.
on. But hold on. Like, let's also not let's shit on Sari a little bit. If we both do believe, and we both believe this, that she threw it, she could have done it herself.
This is true.
Right? So, like, don't put the blame on Matt and Sari's ability to.
I'm not putting it on Matt. Matt, I think, was trying to win. Matt just
I
didn't
think,
win.
and he just didn't win. But, like, I'm sorry, like, I do believe that she threw it, and she had a chance to do something, and she hasn't done something since pre-Jared, pre-Izzy,
Well, I mean,
everybody.
she's
Like
doing
it's been a
things, but
long time.
she just doesn't do things from a position of power. She does things behind the scenes.
What she's doing is she's keeping herself to the end, and she's absolutely doing the right thing for her game. But she had a chance, and it is very clear to her. She knows that Jag will not bring her to the end. She also knows that Jag needs to go for her to have any chance of winning, let alone if her bestie wants to win Matt. So
Right. You know, like
she could have done it. She had a chance to do something.
I think that if Sari does not end up winning this season, and after last night, I think it is a lot harder for her to win. And I genuinely think that Matt or Jag is winning.
Yeah.
But I think that the double eviction HOH comp will be the moment that you look back and you're like, this is where Sari lost the season, because she needed to have gotten Matt or Jag out, but preferably Jag for her game.
Well, look, I've been high on Matt this entire game, and I'm still extremely high on Matt.
Same.
But I actually don't think that Matt beats Jag at the end anymore. I
don't know. I think he does.
I think the sheer volume of wins that Jag has, and the decisions that he has had to make, and the number of people he has to put on the block. Although, yes, I understand in previous seasons of Big Brother that might have made a bitter jury. Well, you have some gamers in the jury. Right?
So I think we're gonna put a pin in this, and we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to it in a little bit after we talk about the rest of the HOA or the double eviction, and discuss that further with some more info. All right, so fucking Bowie Jane wins, and I was like, I looked at my husband, I was like, you might as well go to bed. Like, America is getting voted out. It's over. And surprise, surprise. Oh, I feel so nervous to do this. And I was like, is she fixing to put up Matt and Jag? And then Bowie Jane says, Felicia and America, I nominate you. I'm like, I can't stand Bowie Jane.
Can you explain to me, like, why? What's the rationale?
She has none. I mean, she is the genuine definition of a floater. Yeah.
Well, I won't say she's a floater because she wins competitions, but she's a loyal floater.
She is a loyal floater with no competitive drive to win. She did not want to win. No, she did not want to win either one of her HOHs, and she does not want to win the game of Big Brother. She does not, because
I think
you cannot genuinely want to win the game. And I mean, Bowie Jane is not an idiot. She is an attorney. And
well, that's what doesn't make any sense to me. Like, should I now, if we ever get cast on these shows, should we now say we're a Bowie Jane attorney and not a somebody else attorney? Like
look,
what is this?
Look, I am a Bowie Jane attorney. I'm like a baby attorney, like Jake on Survivor.
I like, for the life of me, and the thing is, I don't know if
I
she
do not
is.
know. I do not know, and to be honest with you, I don't even give a shit to know her rationale. Like, when the season is over, she's another one. I hope we never see Bowie Jane
Oh,
again.
you won't see her again.
No, we
You won't.
won't,
You
but
won't.
I also
You
don't
won't.
even give a shit to hear, like, her exit press. I
Well,
don't care.
don't be listening to it, okay?
I'm not.
Listen,
I'm
there's only
protesting.
I'm sorry, there's only one person that you really need to listen to when it comes to exit press. You know who it is. You know who it is. It's our girl, Kitty Kitty Purr.
Get that off the screen.
Never again.
Okay. So, Felicia and America, you two, you're big threats. You're on the block.
Felicia.
You, 60-year-old woman that won a luck-based competition, and you, America, who have won nothing.
Nothing.
Not
Well,
the
she won Corey's heart.
not the Olympian, and not the man that has won 5 HOHs in a row.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, time for the veto competition. As soon as they showed what it was, I was like, threw my remote in the air. Like, you literally cannot make things any worse than showing basically the exact same competition Matt has already won in a double eviction.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, good job, competition department. Like, what if we add stairs?
Let's work on our glutes.
We're gonna add some stairs, and do we have any of that plastic left over from the shoot that we send down the stuff about the verses?
Let's add that stuff.
We can cut that up. Perfect.
I have nothing to say.
So what? Obviously,
Nothing to say.
Matt dominates this. He wins the veto, and our girl's fate is sealed. America knows it. All of it. All of the United States of America knows it. She's toast.
Yep.
So unanimously, America, you've been evicted. And I'm sorry. Do I think America is a good player? No, I don't think she's very good. I think she's okay,
She's okay.
but
Much worse.
she is everything I want from a contestant. Like, she had so much fun. She brought some drama. She brought some good feed. She brought some good TV moments, but she was sincere. She was likable. She didn't take herself too seriously either, though. Like, messy bitch, could not keep her mouth shut when she needed to. Just, I loved her.
And whereas we saw the exact opposite from Blue, like as I was watching her give her interview with Julie, I was like, I'm gonna see her again. She'll be back. She'll be back. Like
Hopefully.
America would be
And
back.
I mean, if
and she'd be a better player for it, by the way.
I mean, I would love to see her play Big Brother again, but then, I think she's also someone that we have a chance of seeing hop over to the challenge.
She
Just
didn't win
given
anything. How could she challenge?
Ozza was on the challenge.
Did Ozza do anything on the challenge?
No,
Okay, so why do we need her there?
we didn't. But
You see, I don't watch
America,
the challenge. I didn't like the challenge. I'm challenged watching it. All I know is that, you know what I said about Jared and Blue going on Amazing Race? I take that back. America and Corey for the Amazing Race.
yeah.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
But it was heartbreaking for America. True super fan, very devastated that she was voted out this way. And the only consolation is she does have her little boyfriend, Corey, to go see in the jury house. And I don't care. I'm rooting for them.
So can I just ask something? Ed asked a question in the chat, and I don't like talking about weight unless it's my own. But Matt looks like he gained 20 pounds, or is it just me? He does, doesn't he?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think he has. I think it's pretty well documented that he has.
And it's but he's got the Olympics. We need a gold. Let's go, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting that you have. I mean, I know that Ryan Lochte was the celebrity Big Brother, but they have something brought in special for him to be able to keep up his training, and we don't do the same for Matt. I don't understand. And Lochte's was a very short time period, and Matt's is the longest of a Big Brother season ever.
Well, Matt's not a celebrity, but yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel bad because like the Olympics are coming, and I'm sure he'll be fine, and I'm sure he'll figure it out. But yeah, I did kind of notice that. Although as I was watching him run, I'm like, yeah, the 20 pounds would have hurt me. It didn't look like it hurt him too much.
Yeah. I'm still a Matt fan, so
Oh, I love Matt. I love Matt. So we actually went through these two episodes really, really quickly, Kylie. Did you have any highlights of the
no.
last two? Oh,
The only thing good that happened was Blue being evicted, so I don't have to see
well,
her
so
ever again.
let's talk. So I have a first thing, and then I have a really long term question. Long term being the next 2 weeks. But tell me about Cerie's face after the night ended, because she had a look on her face of I think I just lost the game. Everything that just happened here tonight was horrible for me, and yet she still had to smile and put her teeth
I
out.
think Cerie's exhausted.
Yeah, yeah,
I think Cerie's exhausted
yeah.
because I think she's made very, very few mistakes in the game, and it has to be hard to be on like that for
Okay.
85 days at this point in time. You know what I mean? Like, it's wild.
Yeah. Look, I guess the benefit of Survivor is that it's a lot quicker. Um, but yeah, she had to be on, and not only she had to be on, she had to be on with managing her son. Then
Yeah.
she had to be on managing her daughter-in-law. And I kind of agree with what Tracy says that I don't think her heart is in the game anymore.
I don't think her heart's been in the game since Jared left. I mean, I think she played Big Brother for Jared, and especially losing him pre-jury was
Yeah.
hard for her.
But the thing about Cerie is that she is not a quitter,
No.
and she will never quit, and she will be there. I do believe she will be there on finale night. I would not be surprised if she's third, truth be told.
All
But
right. So,
yeah, let's talk.
we're going to move into a little bit of spoilers. So, if you're not down with the spoilers, time to dip. We'll give it a few minutes. But before we talk about the spoilers, let's just in general talk about the legacy of Cerie Fields because we've now seen this woman compete on Survivor 4 times where, she's gotten third place and sixth place in Game Changers and fourth place in
Well,
Exile. Like,
she
she's dominant. And then she won Snake in the Grass. She won the Traitors, and she is now in the top 5 of Big Brother. Like, this woman is just
and she's not going home this week, and I don't think she's going home the next week.
ooh, okay.
So
So let's talk about it. So Final 5 HOH, we have Matt and Jag versus the Mamas. How do we think
this sounds like a Felicia win.
how do we think this is going to turn out?
Felicia, come on, Felicia, come on.
Nope. This time it is Matt.
Oh, surprise!
Matty Poo, he does it.
Do we
Before
know
we
if
get
this was
in,
a physical competition, Kylie?
um, I think it was like a knockout style competition, which is interesting. I mean,
Interesting.
yeah.
But you have to
So
win your round in order to have the power to knock out. So we'll see what happens.
yeah, I
Well,
think it was like a 3 strikes you're out type situation. I'm not exactly sure. All right. So you're like, okay, this is not the worst case scenario. Like, we know obviously Matt has his stuff with Bowie and Jag, but he is Cerie's boy. So like, I'm like, okay, it could be worse. It could be worse.
yeah.
But
Look.
last night,
Uh-oh.
it is time for the HOH reveal. And we get to go up to Matt's room and he gets his pictures and he gets his letter. Do you know this, Sheldon?
Oh, I know this because I rolled my eyes at this.
His HOH letter is from Riley.
And what did it say, Kylie?
Feelings are mutual, babe.
Oh shit!
So
And
Matt
let's
has a
take it a step
girlfriend.
further, though. Let's take it one step further. Not only did he get his HOH letter from Riley, there is a picture in his HOH room of his mother and Riley, and
I
then he
love it.
says, "Oh, I think I have to ask her to marry me."
Yeah, that's funny. And like Matt, I think Matt has such genuine feelings about Riley, this girl that he knew for 2 weeks. Um, but great. I don't think this is okay.
I don't. I
Like,
think
would
it's
if
weird.
Cerie won HOH, would they have let her letter come in from Jared or
No.
Izzy?
Um,
Jared and Izzy? I mean,
maybe,
what?
maybe
In
Izzy,
all
not
of the
Jared.
seasons of Big Brother, we have never had a previous house guest send in an HOH letter. That's kind of bananas. And
Yeah, it is.
maybe like it almost feels a little bit of like outside interference ish. Like
Is
he
it?
has been so mind sprung on Riley and like wondering about Riley and obsessing over Riley. Like this is a weight off of his back. This is a boost to his ego. Like he is feeling good. He now has a 1 in 4 chance of winning $750,000 and he has a girlfriend.
No, he has a fiance. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's. I do think it was weird. I think the fact that it came from her was strange from exactly what you're saying, a game's perspective. But I also just fundamentally think it's weird. He knew her for 2 weeks. Like, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter how much in love I fell in love with you in my 2 weeks in the house, Kylie. That letter better be coming from my mother.
Someone that
Like,
looks this good and is
yes,
this strategic,
yes.
you better want a letter
Yeah.
from me,
No,
kitty,
I don't
kitty,
want that.
sir,
I want
boots
my
down.
mother. She's beautiful. I love her. I'm a mama's boy. I want the letter from my mother. Okay. That was so weird. It was so weird.
Yeah, so
Um,
strange. All right, so time for okay, so HOH reveal. Sari goes back to bed, and Matt and Jag and Bowie stay up. Matt gets called to the DR, and Jag and Bowie are like, we should evict Sari this week.
yep.
And I'm very worried for Sari.
So, and that's the right move. That's without a doubt the right move.
Yeah.
But my
And so
and
and
my
so
only
this
solace.
is where I said let's put a pin in your comments about like I think that Jag is going to wipe the floor with the jury. So Corey on his way out has said that Matt played the best game. And then America made comments and Blue both made comments negative towards Jag. And I think it has opened Jag's eyes where he's like, I got to get rid of Matt. And I think the best way for me to get rid of Matt, can't do it this week, but I need to cut off his, legs basically and get rid of Suri.
I
And so
so
I think that the Minutemen could have, this little heartbreaking breakup at the end of this game.
it could happen. It could happen, but there's one problem, and that problem's name is Suri. And Suri has a way with words, and it's obvious that either Matt or Jag is going to win that veto. And once Matt or Jag wins that veto, Suri needs to get to work to put Jag on that block, and
Yes.
they got to get rid of that Jag.
She's
Like,
gotta she's gotta be doing the work now. I think she can talk honestly and openly with Matt right now about, like, Matt, you said maybe, like, Final 4 that you would wanna
no,
take the
this is
shot.
it.
You
This
don't
is
you don't
it.
get to play HOH at Final 4, like,
No,
if
no, this
this
is
is
it.
your chance.
This is
So
it.
and I think that Suri has the persuasiveness, and I think she knows that this is do or die.
Yeah,
But,
100%.
this veto competition is so big.
So here's the only difficulty with that. Let's say that does occur. Um, Matt can't play next week. Jag is out. Bowie Jane wins HOH in top 4. And then what
Well
happens?
well,
Like,
I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, the thing is that Matt
Jag's
if
got to go.
Matt makes the move against Jag, he'll be playing in veto, which is
Yes,
probably going to be,
running upstairs,
athletic
downstairs,
of some
around the stairs.
variety
They
against
haven't done the slip and
Bowie and the
slide
Mamas.
They haven't done the slip and slide competition yet.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for that for next HOH.
yeah. Um, so I don't know. I think he's gotta do it this week. He's gotta do it, and I think it
But if
hinges on
anybody could
3.
get him, and it's clear he's already thinking about it. He's talking about it, and if anybody could push him over that edge, it's gotta be Mama Suri. Like, it has to be. It has to be. The question though is, Jag is on the block. Who votes? Who votes? Well, let's say Jag takes Felicia off. So that means who's on
No,
that? Sorry, no,
hold on.
Jag takes Suri off.
No, not Jag, Matt.
Matt takes Suri off, puts Jag on the block. Who's left to vote? Suri, Bowie Jane,
And he gets to make the
and
tiebreaker.
and he does the tiebreaker. So that
Yeah.
so it is possible. So this is the only week. Please, Matt, in the name of Riley.
I don't even
Please.
dislike Jag. Like
No,
I think Jag has done as well
as he could.
in the second chance of the game that he could.
Yeah,
I mean, he managed to get into a strong alliance with another physical competitor,
yeah.
and they have dominated because this is what Big Brother is right now. Big Brother is about competitions, and he has gotten himself in a very, very strong, loyal to this point alliance with the other competition beast. And, like I don't dislike Jag, but just I feel like this
Well,
season is like lower mid level, and if
yeah,
we can end up with like a Sari and Matt final 2, then I think, okay, everything we've been through, it's worth it. Like, we're either going to get Sari winning this $750,000 or we're gonna get Matt, and I think Matt has played a very good game.
I don't think he's played a very good game. I think he's played an excellent game. Really,
Woohoo!
I think he's a fantastic player, sometimes in spite of himself, because I actually do think he's been pissed the last few weeks that he hasn't been winning and Jag has. But I think the fact that he hasn't been winning has been only good for his game. So, like, I think that he's been an excellent player,
Yeah.
and
So, a couple
he's been such like a golden find for me
yeah.
in the game of Big Brother.
Dawn in the chat, which, hey, Dawn, haven't seen you in a while. Matt seems to be stepping up, but it feels like it's directly to take control back from Jag in a way. Even though they're working together, he wants Suri around more than Jag does. And I think Jag realizes the potential of Suri and Suri's impact in the game. And I am worried.
Do you think Matt has a stronger loyalty to Jag than Jag has to Matt?
Yeah, I think so. I think Matt is more loyal than Jag will be, but I don't think Jag realized until like yesterday that he needed to not be loyal.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. The next veto is going to be key. Whoever wins the veto wins the game. I don't know. That's going in too far. B Bean says
Even
Matt won't do it. Also, Jag will win veto. Like
there's a great
I think it's so. No, I think Felicia will win veto. It's going to
so
be who can stay under
I
those
just
ball pit the longest.
I don't, I don't see a world where we don't end up with I mean, Matt or Jag is going to be in the final 2. And can anybody beat them is the question. I mean, I think if Matt takes Suri, that Suri is able to out-talk Matt. I think Suri can out-talk Jag too, but I
Well,
don't think Jag takes her.
I think you're right. Except we've actually never seen Suri in a final anything.
I know, I just wanna see it. I want to see
So
it.
I wonder what she is actually going to be like at the very end.
I think
Like,
I think she's just so well spoken, and I think that she's going to be able to articulate, like, her arc through the game, the threat that she came in, like, having somebody like, even Matt saying, "Oh, I watch Survivor all the time with my mama." Like, there's 2 people in here that have watched Survivor, you should know what I can do, and I had to play with that on my back, and
and
then
Jareth,
she busts out, "And Jared, the biggest dumbass in this game was my son." You
I
know?
don't think she'll say that because then she loses Blue's vote. But Blue's going to vote for her.
Yeah, and in the scenario of a Matt and Jag final 2, say they don't turn on each other. The biggest argument against Jag is that he was already evicted. Not only was he already evicted, but he was evicted he was saved by Matt. And, like, I think that Matt is able to hold that grab him by the balls type situation.
I don't want to see that.
X-rated Big
So
Brother.
I'm not exactly completely opposed to somebody who was already evicted winning, because that like I don't love it, but I don't have an issue with that because that's part of the game this season. But I do agree that your argument, if I'm sitting there as jury and saying, well, yeah, well, I got here so far and I was evicted and look at where I'm now, and then Matt says, yeah, but who put you there?
Yeah. I mean, I also like I tend to not have problems with like the game twists. Every
You
season
have
that
problems with the game twists. You just don't have problems with the fact that we can't hinder a person's game because of the game twist.
right.
We're not up for
That's
that.
exactly it. That's what I mean. Thank you, Sheldon, because I hate some of the twists, but like it's not Jack's fault.
No,
And so, I mean,
no.
I personally I don't care if he got evicted. Like, it's almost no different than like Tony having the god idol or not Tony, Yule having the god idol. Um and there's all of these different things throughout Survivor. Like, you don't look at a Survivor winner of being like, oh, well, they had to play an idol to get to the game, to the end of the game, and being like, well, look down on you as a winner. Because that's basically the same thing. I mean, we were all going to vote you out, but you had something that saved you.
Let me ask you a question. Ed in the chat said the game is so passive compared to former seasons. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree too, but it wasn't the first half because Suri was actively attacking the game. As soon as Suri died, I shouldn't say that. As soon as Suri's game and alliance was outed and people realized what was going on, it became completely passive. It just became like, oh, well, the next thing to do is this. Okay, we're gonna
Well, I
do
mean,
it.
I think that is a big factor in that is that they ground their game to a halt with the zombie twist. Things were moving and going in a different direction, and then they have this week that's a complete momentum killer.
Well,
And
also, don't forget you had a guy who had to be put out of this house. We had rumored 17th house guests coming in. Like there was a lot of stuff that happened along the season that didn't really happen, and maybe would have added something or I don't know, a triple eviction. I don't know, but it has felt very sort of like, okay, well, we know what's going to happen. And maybe it's passive because the same people keep on winning and they are aligned with what needs to happen next. So there's nothing really exciting strategically for us to watch happen because
yeah.
nothing is bad going to happen because,
Well, I
well,
mean,
Cerise never going to.
the pivot point was like the Izzy vote and then the double eviction where, we have Jared go out and you're like, okay, this is that momentum shift that we want to see. But then they bring Cameron and Jared back into the house and we wait a week. And so I think that nope.
But look, the pivot point to me was I don't want to. I know Kevin's not here, and Kevin doesn't like when we shit on Sari, but the decision to get rid of Heisem was probably the biggest mistake in this game. Even though Sari's in the top five, and even though I see her in the top three, like I see that happening. I see it very possible if she survives this week, but that move changed the entire game for the Izzy, the Jared, that entire crew. Like that Heisa move, bad news bears. What a season it has been.
What a season. Here we are. It's been a season. But I think ultimately just this veto is so huge. Like if Jag wins, then Jag is probably going to win the season. If Matt or Sari or hell, even Felicia, if one of those three, anybody but but Jag or Bowie, if one of them wins the veto, then there's a chance. There's a chance that Matt makes this move.
Would you want to play Big Brother?
Fuck no.
Would you prefer to play Survivor?
Yes.
Is it because of the value of competitions in Big Brother?
Well, I mean, like I wouldn't win competitions in Big Brother.
Well,
I
that's
don't
really
know.
the question.
Not that I would necessarily win them in Survivor, but
Mm,
you don't have to win them in Survivor. And at this stage of Big Brother, you have to win competitions.
yeah, sadly.
And yeah, there's other reasons too, but
Oh, does it have to do with live feeds?
yes.
Okay.
Like, I don't know why anybody would subject themselves to the live feeds. Crazy. Yeah, no, hell no. So
Yeah, it's scary.
wild. All right. Anything else to add, Sheldon? Any other takeaways from this
Yeah,
wonderful
so
double
we
eviction?
started off a little bit negative, and then we got a little excited. But we are now going into what I call the hell of Big Brother the last 2 weeks, because this is the slowest. Nothing happens. It's extremely predictable. The only thing that matters is competitions. So I'll see you on finale.
We will not be back until then. No, I'm kidding. No, we will be back on
Monday.
Monday. 5 p.m.ers will be back on Monday to talk about the HOH episode, the veto results, because they will have that at that point, and what the week is actually shaping up to look like. And then we will be back on Thursday to talk about the mergatory question mark episode of Survivor.
Survivor.
And then next Thursday, we'll be back live to talk about the final five eviction and what this end game is shaping up to be. I think I did see something about there's going to be a live final four competition. And then the Tuesday episode before finale night is going to be like the memory lane episode.
I hate that
And then
episode.
finale. Yeah, I no,
Missed
not
it.
here for it.
Not here.
All right, as always,
We
don't
should try something
forget.
positive.
Huh?
You know what? The world is perfect. There's no wars going on. Everything's fine.
The world is not burning.
Oh God, I'm scared.
All right, but make sure you subscribe so you get a notification every time we go live, and we will see all of you guys next time. Bye, y'all.
Double entendre.